I helped sell out the doors.
Okay. Were you here when they signed
Good
this
evening. I'd like to
one?
call to order the Community Redevelopment Agency budget hearing this Thursday, September 11th, 2014. If we have the roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Yes, ma'am. Chairwoman Eloise Taylor.
Here.
Vice Chair Bill Colombo.
Here.
Member Steve O'Neill.
Here.
Member Nancy Britton.
Here.
Member Terrence Rowe.
Here?
City Attorney Joseph Public, please let the record show he's absent. And City Manager Tom O'Neill.
Here.
Okay. First item is the approval of the minutes of the CRE meeting of July 22nd, 2014. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion, any corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Any announcements, Mr. O'Neill?
None.
Anybody from the public wishing to address us?
You're it.
Looks like it's me again. Yeah, just like to, I guess, go back over, reiterate, I guess, the last, I think I was part of the July presentation, but, you know, I think it's critical that we continue to look for ways to invest back in our community, and just to remind people of the items that I brought up at the CRA meeting. Street landscaping, lights, marquee signage, dredge, and sidewalks. And once again, I think those would be all things that I would hope that we would think that are basics, actually. I mean, we want to stick to the basics. I understand nothing extravagant or anything along those lines, but I think these are mainly just basics for our community and our citizens to get around and enjoy some of our community. I think, you know, I think we have all examples in our community that we haven't taken care of. Waterfront Park, the bathrooms. I'd ask each and every council person and the mayor whether you take your family to the bathrooms in Waterfront Park. I think that's after years of not maintaining the basics. I mean, it could be such a wonderful amenity to our community. Yet, you know, if you were to take any, you know, I bring investors in all the time. I take them over to Waterfront Park. I said, hey, you probably want to stay away from that bathroom over there. That's our reality, guys. And so I think the items that I brought to the CRA meeting, once again, are not extravagant things. I think these are things that are within our control. And I would implore you to take them serious, to show a commitment to our community. You know, I think that we're trying to do as much, the business community as a whole. We're getting together on a regular basis. We're doing what's expected of us. We'd ask you to help. You know, Nancy, if you're serious, you said, why can't we get people to invest in our community? I'm sitting here. I've been here at every meeting. Sitting here. Here is how you can get someone to invest in. You have people investing in your community. Help support us with simple things, simple gestures, taking care of the simple things. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to council business. We don't have it on the agenda, but is anybody on council want to make any comments before we go to the regular agenda? All right, then moving on to council business, we have resolution number 14-10, the CRA 2014 and 15 budget. And let me read it for you. A resolution by the CRA Board of the City of Port Richey, Florida, setting the Community Redevelopment Agency, CRA, budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2014 through September 30th, 2015. Whereas the CRA Board of the City of Port Richey, Florida, is required to make a budget for the Community Redevelopment Agency, CRA, for each fiscal year commencing on the 1st of October, and to show the estimated revenues and expenditures for the city's administration. Now therefore be it resolved by the CRA Board of the City of Port Richey that the estimated combined revenue, fund carryovers, and expenditures for the Community Redevelopment Agency, CRA, of the City of Port Richey for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2014, and ending on September 30th, 2015, are as follows. The above and foregoing resolution was passed at a special meeting, public hearing of the CRA Board of the City of Port Richey, Florida, held on the 11th day of September, 2014. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve resolution number 14-10.
Second.
Okay, discussion. I know, Mr. O'Neill, we went over this briefly before and the changes to the proposed budget, but, you know, it should again be noted that items were rearranged in the CRA budget to provide for some of the concerns that we had expressed at our last meeting, that is the absence of any funding for dredging, the absence of funding for contingencies, the paint up grant and so on, so that because it was our concern and our focus that we be able to do some of the things that we have been committed throughout the year to doing in improving the waterfront park area and moving forward and hoping to spur on redevelopment in that area or new development. All right. Mr. O'Neill, do you have any comments or?
Not too much to add. I just wanted to mention that we did have a meeting today with Mr. Eric Soinen and Mr. Walter Lose, and the items that were spoken to during our workshop have been addressed, and we talked about the city's commitment, should those items be approved by the City Council and the CRA, the city would still be in a position to accomplish some objectives. And so that has been taken care of with regard to the CRA budget and in other areas as we discussed.
Okay. Again, is there any discussion?
When's our next CRA? Do we have a date on the regular CRA meeting? Our next? No.
None scheduled?
Your next meeting would be at the next budget hearing, but you know, you can set a meeting date anytime you wish. Probably be best in October.
September 25th is the
Right.
next budget hearing on this as well. But other than that, we don't have a
We don't
scheduled
have anything, okay.
CRA meeting.
Maybe looking into October to set it. Well, we can wait till a regular council meeting and then set the date.
Okay. All right. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
It passes. There is no other item for us to address this evening, so we stand adjourned.